Okay, thank you. We're going to call this meeting order for the June 18th Committee of Adjustment hearing for the City of St. Catharines. The land on which we gather today is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and the Attawandarock and Mississauga people, many of whom continue to live and work here today. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and is within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this gathering place is home to many Indigenous peoples made up of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. The Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement should remind us of our responsibility to ensure the territories in which we live and work, is never empty, and that we take care of the land and its inhabitants in a way that ensures its future sustainability. So welcome all of you to this hearing of the Committee of Adjustment for the City of St. Catharines. Everyone present, all of you, will be given an opportunity to comment on the applications being heard. Please note that the Committee of Adjustment hearing is being recorded. And now there's more of us. There are two major types of applications for this committee: applications for consent and severance, and applications for minor variances to municipal zoning bylaws. Evidence may be requested to be given under oath if deemed necessary. Please address your comments and questions through the chair. Additionally, please maintain respect while communicating with the committee, staff, and other meeting participants to ensure a smooth and orderly discussion. Copies of all decisions will be mailed to the applicant and to any other person who appeared before the committee or filed a written request to receive a notice of decision. I'm going to go on and on. Pursuant to the More Homes Built Faster Act, and in the matter of consent applications, the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body that has an interest in the matter has the right to appeal either the decision itself or the conditions of the consent to the Ontario Land Tribunal within 20 days of the mailing of the decision. Minor variance decisions may also be appealed. However, they must be made within 20 days of the making of the decision, and an appeal costs $400. Are there any additions or amendments to the agenda?
There are no additions or amendments to the agenda.
May we have a motion from a committee member to move to approve the agenda? Thank you, David. May we have a motion from a committee member to adopt the minutes? Thank you, Carrie. Does any member of this panel have a conflict of interest in any of the applications being considered at this hearing or previous hearing if they were not in attendance? I do not for this hearing, and I don't think I was in attendance at the last hearing, so I did not then either. So there are no conflicts of interest. We are one committee member down this evening, so there are 4 of us participating. Are there any requests for withdrawal or adjournment?
There are no requests for withdrawal or adjournment or for the minor change of conditions either.
Thank you so much. We can launch right into the first of the 2 files we have this evening, and on our agenda that would be 30 Oakdale Avenue, where we have a couple of consent applications. So that person responsible for that property, please come down over here, close at the end of the horseshoe, turn on your microphone, the button should be obvious, and tell us who you are, give us an address where we can find you if we need you, and anything you wish to add to your application.
Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Rizwan, and I am representing and part of the owner for 30 Oakdale Avenue. And we are presenting this lot to severance for 3 lots, and to put 3 townhouses on this lot, and gone through all the previous heritage and all the other stuff to go through with it, and thankfully we got approved, and moving forward to severance. And if you have any question, please let me know.
So you've had an opportunity to read the various conditions that the city has outlined?
Yeah, I've seen some of the conditions, yeah, so we have some time to fulfill, and I think pretty much there's no major concern on that.
Okay. Any questions from the members of the committee to the applicant? Anybody in the audience, Al Gallery, who wishes to speak this application? Thank you. I suppose at this point, I would encourage someone to volunteer to make a motion. Thank you, David.
Following consideration of all written and oral presentations, I move the consent applications B9 and 1025 SC as presented at the notice of hearing be approved, subject to the conditions outlined in the technical report, as the consents are desirable and compatible with the surrounding area, have no adverse impacts on the surrounding properties, have regard to the provisions of Section 5124 of the Planning Act, conform with the policies of the city's official plan, and will also, and with conditions fulfilled, will also comply with the zoning bylaw, maintains the intent and purpose of the provincial planning statement, and does not conflict with any applicable provincial plans.
Thank you. All those committee members in support of that motion? Okay, so your application's been approved with the conditions outlined by the staff report. Thank you. That's it. All right. Well, we find ourselves at the end of our agenda this evening with this final application for 71 Beach Street. Please follow the example set by the previous applications. These are for 3 minor variances associated with to facilitate the expansion of a front porch and the installation of a rear covered patio attached to the existing garage. Staff report was in favor of the application. So if you could tell us who you are, where an address where we can find you, and if you have anything further to share, now's the time.
Thanks, Mr. Chair, and thank you, committee members. I am Adam Moot. I'm the agent for the property owner, Amanda, right over there. We have reviewed the staff report. We are supportive of the recommendation, and I am here to answer any questions from committee members.
Are there any questions from committee members? Does the applicant wish to speak against their application? Okay, good. Would someone please put a motion on Carrie?
I thought you were going. You're gonna give me.
Tom, you guys want to fight over this one? Or,
I gotta get on
Somebody?
the agenda somehow. Following consideration of all written and oral presentations, I move that variance application A2825, as presented in the notice of hearing, be approved as recommended in the technical report, as the variances are minor in nature, appropriate and desirable for the use of the land, and are in keeping with the general intent of the official plan and zoning bylaw.
all those in favor of the motion? So your application's been approved as supported by the staff report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and committee members, and thank you to city staff for the help on this one.
Thank you for thanking them. Any new business?
No new business. No new business.
The date of the next hearing is July 16th. Carrie has new business, or has a question.
Just got an observation on the previous file in relation to condition number 10, recognizing that it is an engineering question, but having great faith in the planner that's sitting on the dais, through you to the planner. I don't recall seeing that condition before. And oftentimes when we deal with files, one of the primary considerations is stormwater management, especially if it's a vacant lot originally. Is that specifically to deal with that? Thank you.
Through the chair to the committee member, yes, it is to deal with that. My understanding is our engineers have been seeking different strategies to deal with some of our stormwater concerns. And this 45% impervious number is something that is sort of a tipping point where they start to see need for more unique addressing of stormwater. And of course, there's less area for the water to go. So this is the sort of thing they've come up with, this type of condition. So you might start seeing it more often. We'll see how it goes.
So in other words, even though we've often said, we've referred to the grading plan as being that process that mitigates their concerns. I think more accurately moving forward, probably number 10 should do that. Anyways, just a note. Thank you.
Well, we could have broken a record for the shortest meeting until that happened. The date of the next hearing is July 16th. Everybody here are going to be there? Great. Perhaps Dale can join us as well. This meeting is adjourned. A motion to adjourn. Thank you, David.